basically, as you put it so tactfully, we have to beat the evil out of it.
Well, if there's one thing I learned from where I grew up, is that you can definitely beat the evil out of someone.
You want to stab the tree?
I can't think of anything else to do.
You see where the impact landed, but there's nothing scorched or burning.
Can I roll a heal check? Can I roll a heal check?
I'ma try and run up and stab it.
Can I roll a heal check?
Can a tree really reflex?
Heal check.
2 crit. Makes you feel any better. They almost have to crit to hit.
Stop using that die.
All right, we're going to see if they hit our dear beloved Wilson today.
Absolutely not.
Heal check.
And as the fluid sinks down into the earth and soil and is nourishing the tree's roots, life seems to almost be brought back to it. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode, Season 2, Episode 21 of Sword Art Online Odd. So we have the old, well, not the old, but the new old crew of everyone, of all 4 members. Well, because we've gone through multiple people, right?
We keep offing them, like just
we're
killing them in real life.
Randomly, and just hiding their bodies in the back. But so originally it was just Snow, and then Luke joined temporarily, but then the lieutenant, his character left. And we added Zana, SAO, and Daniel, but then SAO and Daniel left, and now you guys are here, so I can't say the old crew, because the old crew was other people who aren't here, so you're the new old crew, because you've been here longer now. So, let's introduce ourselves so everyone knows who I'm referring to.
Do I always have to go first?
No,
I'll go first.
okay, there we go.
I got it. Hi, guys. I'm Snow, and I play Snow in the podcast. She is the leader of the Odd Guild, alongside her faithful companion, Wolf, Nachia, and everyone else in the guild. She's trying really hard to be a leader. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Are we in character?
I don't care. Introduce yourself and your character.
Hi, I am Ellie playing Ra, and I'm an elf that is in a guild that is owned currently by Draken. She's looking for a dragon and gold, and she's got lots of fun stuff. Yay, bye.
Hi, I'm Handel. I play Ugwin. He recently became a summoner and upgraded Nugget a lot.
Ooh.
So Nugget will be
Extra nuggety?
yeah, extra nuggety.
A little
Toasted?
bit more meat on them bones.
A little
Is he
bit
gonna
more
be a
meat.
chicken
There we
tender
go.
now?
No, he's still a Nugget.
A boneless wing?
I don't think he's boneless.
I hope not. Those are terrible. I don't like boneless wings.
Hi, I'm RL. I play Zana. Fun fact about Zana, she has broken a lot of bones. I'm definitely not referring to me personally. Definitely not.
Hi, I'm Clyde. I'm the resident.
Hi, Clyde.
Hi,
Hey,
Clyde.
thanks, guys. I'm getting some recognition. Is it because I killed my 3rd boss in a row
Wait.
now?
Your name is Clyde?
You
Yeah.
didn't kill
I
it.
thought it was
You said,
Clayette.
well, okay,
What, that one guy, the paladin.
Oh,
killed it.
well, no, then listen. Okay,
Shiny
well,
guy.
anyways, my name's Clyde. I'm the resident cook, and I kind of do archery things, and I've been getting better and progress, and it's going great.
He's a good boy.
I am. Thanks, Sana.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you say to your dog.
Hey, I'm Wilson. Nice to meet everybody.
Hi, Wilson.
Thanks.
Hey,
Was
Snow.
it really nice to meet me, Wilson?
I mean, it was an experience. Anyways, I'm Wilson. I'm technically the oldest member of the Odd Guild in like longevity of how long I've been here. So I was one of the original members of the Odd Guild. I'm a cavalier, and I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I occasionally do.
You realize you've used that joke before? Do you have like a set list?
You've said the same joke 3 or 4 times yourself. Don't
You
even
have a fair point, Wilson.
There we
I
go.
will shut up.
Wilson only uses like 3 jokes.
I only know 3 of them.
Yep.
That's
It's
because
okay.
he was an Eagle Scout. They didn't teach jokes there.
Oh, well, welcome everybody. I'm Gallahan. I've recently
Unexpected Gallahan approaching.
were you not glad for me to join in at the
No,
last
I'm
moment of hope?
Gala
was
had
not.
you there.
You
So
stole my
Gala-
thunder.
Got a gala
I believe that was
handed to you.
Dan. Anyways, my name's Gallahan. I am the resident paladin of the group, and I'm glad I could have been here to assist. And I am the great defender, the last bastion, the great and mighty shield of this guild and party.
All right, stop laughing at the man. He's very serious.
I am, for certain.
For certain.
It's just
That's a new one.
All right, everybody. So that basically wraps up the party and everyone who's currently with you, besides Den, but Den's an NPC. So where do we all remember leaving off last?
We just beat the tree.
Some weird man just came in and like shielded a tree.
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
Actually, shielded
shielded
against
an
it.
attack from a tree, but yes. So yeah, that basically Gallahan came in. swooped
Dan
in.
healed Anuksruruk.
That did heal Anuksruruk.
we got materials.
You did get materials and you
Yeah.
leveled up.
I got a big seed.
Big
You
seed.
got
I-
3 seeds.
What? No, I only got one great tree seed.
Yeah, you got. She got like
Living wood. She got a number of living wood, but she got one big, nice,
Ah.
juicy, nice, meaty
Seed.
seed.
Mm-hmm.
What would you be willing to give me for that seed?
I wouldn't. You don't know what I
Please?
have.
You don't
Please?
know what she has.
What do you have?
Is this Are talking to Zana?
Yeah.
Is it? You're all currently standing in the remnants of the battlefield from our last encounter with Anuksruruk, with the great tree rejuvenated and slowly coming back to life as you see its once withered and dilapidated form is now grown and looks strong and renewed. There are finally little tiny leaf buds popping up, and it seems like life is slowly being brought back as it is being tended to by death. But you're all standing there in the little clearing.
As my good friend Dora would say, we did it! We did it! We did it! Hooray!
Who's Dora?
Yeah.
Spanish friend I met in
Oh.
Mexico.
Oh yeah, she told me about her friend when she went down and stayed in Mexico for a little while.
Mhm.
But
Where
she
is that?
I
What
don't
land is that?
Mexico. It's kind of like south of like
Imagine-
New Mexico,
Imagine
Arizona,
hot.
Texas,
Oh,
that area,
it's a
south of the
desert?
United States. Yeah, I mean it's pretty
Hot country?
deserted.
We're getting off
Are you guys like, are you from like
I don't know, somewhere where they
Turkey, Yemen, somewhere else? Like, weird.
we're
don't.
from.
Oh, that's a good question,
here?
Snow. So Ugwin, where are you guys from?
You're asking a stranger on the internet where he's from?
Okay, listen, we're all kind of
we already knew you were from like New York or something, and everyone knows I'm from Kentucky. So
It's okay. I think that they might be suffering some.
Is that why you
Ill
like to be
effects.
Kentuckied
sure you are,
in
too.
bed?
That's just unnecessary.
I'm gonna pull out Nugget and
Yeah?
stare at him intently.
okay. So I would like to remind you that Nugget is the same size as you now.
He's- Obviously, there's a transition.
There's the awkward
Listen,
growth
literally-
phase.
Oh my gosh, can we see like the transformation moment?
It's a
you-
magical girl transformation.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Describe this magical girl transformation.
Okay. So, when you feel a stirring in your pocket as Nugget kind of is like squirming about.
Got a nugget in my pocket.
Got a
Nugget in my pocket.
Got a
Nugget in my pocket. What?
I'm just going to assume that all of you went through and did your character level ups on the battlefield after the Remnant after
Oh,
you
yeah.
exceeded the XP.
That was the first thing I did.
First thing everyone thinks of. So you feel a stirring and a rumbling in your pocket where you know you keep Nugget, and you go to pull him out, and he kind of like puts the claws up and like wiggles around, and you see that his astral form, because he has the skin of a midnight sky, starts to glow and radiate, and he gets brighter and it kind of flashes.
It's a bomb! It's a bomb!
And he begins to wiggle around and struggle a little bit more, and he slowly gets heavier and heavier,
Wait.
and expand in your hand in the glowing shape and figure until eventually.
Back away, guys. Back away from Ogwin.
Is he the bomb?
Is your blizzard supposed to
It's fine.
that?
Snow ducks and covers
That's
Wilson
fine,
because he's
right?
still low, I think.
And And Galahad shouts, "It's a mob behind me!" And just puts his tower shield down and expands it to cover a number
What's
of
a
you.
bomb?
And it slowly starts to flash and radiate and get larger and larger until it gets heavier, and you see a full-grown nugget staring you in the eyes.
Wouldn't it be deeper at this point?
No, not really.
I'll peek out from the shield. Oh my
All right.
god! It
I'm gonna act like
evolved!
nothing happened.
And Nugget's just kind of like staring you in your eyes.
Nugget, I choose you.
Dude, can you ride that thing?
He can float.
Probably not a good idea.
Yeah, Snow peeks out. Is Nugget floating still?
Nugget is still floating.
What the?
I want to walk.
It stands at eye height to basically everyone in the party now.
I want to
I-
walk
I
over
reach
to Nugget.
out.
Yeah,
and pet it.
it can look just about everyone in the eyes because it floats and it's a medium creature. So I
Okay.
mean, it can look you in
Yeah.
your eyes and you're pretty tall.
Wait,
so
I'm
it can-
confused. Do you guys float 5 feet or 5 inches?
5
I'm
inches.
6 inches off the ground.
Yeah.
He
Does
has
it
a
have
fly
scales?
speed.
So he can fly.
Oh.
He's a
Yeah.
flying Compsognathus.
Does he have scales?
He's a reptile.
So leathery skin is a lot, or scales.
He's got like a really
both.
small scales with leathery skin kind of thing going on.
Hmm.
All right, stop looking. You're not plucking off that Compsognathus. Leave him alone.
It's big now. It's not going to do any harm.
Can't just like rip things off of other people's creatures. That's so rude.
Ugwin, do you mind?
I'm sure Nugget would. Might kill you.
Nugget, say nothing if you don't mind. That's not words. That's come closer. Please.
He comes closer and he gently like bites your shoulder, like not to do damage, but just kind of to like show his discontent.
It's trying to kill me.
It'd be. I just
I
imagine.
do that when I'm flirting with people, so I don't know. Maybe it thinks you're a potential mate.
I'm not a female
I know
of
what
your
you're
species.
thinking of.
Please stop. I'm not.
Do you want me to make her bite her head?
Just imagine Sadaharu from Gintama.
Do I just like overwhelming stench of the inside of his mouth? What? How big is he?
No. He's
What?
just biting your shoulder, but like
Okay.
gently, but kind of like a.
I'm not a member of your species. Stop. Okay, you're kind of cute.
And he kind of nuzzles you.
Does one of his teeth come off when he's
Spins around in the air.
Darn it.
So try to scooch closer to Den. So Den, what do we do now?
Sorry. I was busy in the rejuvenation ceremony for Anuksruruk. We should. It's going to take some time for it to heal anyways. I'll just have to check on it daily. But I suppose we should probably go back to the Leshy Village and check on the status of how everything's going there.
I second that. I think we need recovery.
If you're more than willing to come back and rest, I know that was a very extraneous ordeal for you all, but you're free to come back with us, or your assistance was greatly appreciated. I'm sure we would muster something together for you as in a form of a reward, but if you wanted, I know you were all also very busy and we kind of ripped you out in the middle of something, so if you needed to get back to whatever quest or whatnot you were on.
I have a corpse.
I wouldn't recommend taking all of the humanoid corpses that the tree left behind.
No.
Yeah. Also,
We found a dead Leshy, and I picked it up because I was planning to bring it back to its family.
Is that true? Is that true, RA?
Roll a
Yeah.
roll a bluff.
all right.
Good
Pro
thing she
tip.
has 9 skill points.
Did you say chip?
Pro tip. All right. Never admit out loud that you have a corpse. Trust me, it gets you into some trouble. That was my second mistake.
31.
It matters not what your intentions were initially. I'm just glad that you are deciding to bring it back to its rightful place.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Well, you said you wanted to bring it back to the Leshy Village before you went on your way, correct?
Well, no, because I didn't know the Leshy Village existed. I was just going to try to return it to its family.
All right. So, I mean, if when we go back to the Leshy Village, we can do that and it can have a proper burial.
So, should we head on our way? I'd like to, talk to you a little bit, Den, while we're walking back. Some important.
Sure, absolutely. As long as everyone is rested and able enough, I don't know if anyone needed any immediate medical attention.
You good, Wilson?
As good as right as rain, Snow. Right as rain.
Sense
Like
motive.
when rain falls from the sky, it makes a perfect right angle with the ground unless there's wind, in which it then becomes angled due to the wind
23.
velocity.
Is that wind velocity affecting you right now? Because it seems maybe like it.
Wind velocity is affecting me a lot, Snow. I can walk. I might just need a break here, too.
Does anybody want to heal him?
I'll
look
just
at Ugwin.
strike him with healing fire lightning. But it's still going.
As the storm is still overhead, as all of the bolts of lightning have not been used, you see an arc of lightning reach out from the sky and collide with Wilson, setting him temporarily ablaze. But as we know, these are the healing fires of R.A.
Lord, R.A., could you ward us when you do that next time? It's a little startling to see lightning just kind of come from the sky.
So it would be 12. That he would get.
That's still shocking. Every time it happens.
Do you have more?
Oh, it's painful. Actually, use the damage on him this time.
No. I only have 30-something HP left. Okay.
How much is your full health?
My max HP pool is 80-something.
Well, didn't you level up? Shouldn't you be higher now?
You don't full heal.
Yeah.
Then I'll use Dragon's Breath on him.
Whoa, stop,
Everybody else
stop,
back up.
stop. Okay, listen, I got healing spells.
I'll be fine until we get back to the village.
Yeah, also, can we just,
tone down the fire in the forest?
Maybe, could we just take, a quick rest or something?
Okay,
Okay, plop down and take a nap.
fine.
For all of you at home, we're playing Pathfinder, and the quick rest mechanic does not actually exist in this game, but we still use the terminology, even though it's a Dungeons and Dragons mechanic.
I'll use Cure Mod Wounds on him.
Sure. All right. So you all, after your arduous combat, take a quick break, resting by the great tree as you see it slowly buds back to life. It seems rejuvenated as a white aura from its roots slowly starts to feed and give nutrients and life back to the tree, and the aura spreads all throughout the branches and the veins, and you can see little buds and leaves start to form once more. And you're all just resting and regaining your strength, and you're there for about 15 minutes, half an hour, recouping yourself, mentally, physically, all of the above. I guess we should best be on our way now that we've all regathered. So if you would just follow me, I'll lead you back to the Leshy Village.
I will walk side by side with Den.
Clyde goes to walk directly by your side as well.
That's okay.
So she's just in the middle.
Yep. Which side do you want Den on?
My right side.
You put him on your right side.
Mhm. And I will casually touch his shoulder and say, while we're walking, go,
Sure. Yeah.
let me compose.
It's about a 2-3 hour walk back to the village.
Yeah. It's good. It's good. I just gotta calm myself down first.
All right.
What time is it, Quentin?
It's about.
Well, we arrived there in the morning. I think a fight
You left in the morning.
Yeah.
The fight finished around 2-3 p.m. So it's 4 by now. 4 p.m.
All right.
Afternoon, about to be evening.
Can I walk next to the paladin guy?
Yeah, sure, Gallahan. Absolutely. He's riding his horse, Magnus, and he actually offers you a ride if you would like.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Thank you.
Oh, I knew you all had a very arduous journey, and though me and Magnus are tired, chivalry isn't quite yet dead in this generation. Would you like a ride, my lady?
Yes, thank you so much. I would love it.
All right, great. So he hoists you up after offering you a hand, and you are riding behind him on Magnus.
Oh, I forget. Did we ever introduce you to our temporary compatriots?
I haven't had the pleasure.
Well, would you like to introduce yourself? Snow gestures to you on the horse.
I'm Ari.
Pleasure to meet you. My name's Gallahan.
Hello.
And the one that is floating over there and with the dinosaur. Yeah, that one is a strange one. That's Ugwin.
Oh, he has a name.
That's
Wonderful.
Ugwin.
Ugwin. Pleasure to meet you.
Hi.
They are part of Dark Guild.
I saw we made a it was
Temporary Alliance.
a paperwork that was signed.
Paperwork.
We tried to
Interesting.
join.
Actually, it was a handshake more than anything. Well, there was paperwork, but
Oh, you should have gotten paperwork from him.
don't worry. Draken's probably trustworthy.
No, maybe.
I really doubt it.
I really don't know.
Oh,
I
well.
don't trust him.
I
Well,
don't
listen.
trust him.
Listen, that's a little concerning to hear since you guys are part of his guild.
We tried to join your guild.
This
also-
is a trusting kind of guild. It's just
It's really.
Yeah, it's a little concerning that you also just tried to switch sides immediately upon
I mean,
meeting
that
us.
should
It's
tell
a
you
little-
something.
No, it's a little concerning to me because I don't know.
Have you met Draken?
Yes,
Would you want to be in a guild with him?
Yes.
potentially.
Well, I mean, she wants to be in a guild with literally anyone with any male person
I just like to look at pretty people. Is that a
and
crime?
touch them and talk to them?
They are like a fine art. You may look but not touch, but
You
art is
literally
meant...
have your hand on his shoulder.
Den, be aware of that one.
What? Be aware of what?
I will yell. Shut up! Stop it! No.
Clyde, control your woman.
We had a talk. We're all good.
Zana puts her hand on Clyde's face.
And he just gives you a thumbs up, as you can see. So you all are currently walking, Den, Zana, and Clyde in the front, leading the way. Snow and Wilson kind of in the middle, followed by Gallahan riding Magnus, and R.A. riding on top, and then Ugwin following up the rear, floating, as he does, with his now much larger, medium-sized creature, Nugget.
I wanted to talk to Dan.
Go for it.
So, Dan, on the topic of rewards, I was thinking...
I just want to stop right there and say what a great tone of voice and phraseology in order to start a conversation.
Please don't proposition it.
Well, I was thinking, because you were pretty good in battle. I saw your lightning and stuff. That was nice. I also saw you, Clyde. You did very good.
Oh, well, thanks for the compliment. I appreciate
You
it.
did very good. So Dan, what would you say as our collective reward, not just me, mostly me, not just me, that you might, team up with us for a little bit? There is the great evil in some caves near here that we are looking to destroy, and it could be hazardous to everyone, in all honesty. So if you would like to, as a form of repayment, as our help, you could help us.
All right, she's using a lot of words to say a really small, fine thing. We helped you with your mission. Would you like to help us with ours by temporarily joining us for our next most immediate goal, which is...
I think that warm, fuzzy feeling you get for helping someone else is enough of a reward unless you want to give us gold.
Guys?
Roll a perception check to see if you hear this conversation now.
My perception total is... are they being quiet about it?
Not particularly.
Wait,
Okay.
can I hear them?
You can roll a perception check as well. You're slightly further away, so you have
21.
to roll higher. I don't know, were you trying to be hush-hush about it? Because Clyde was not.
I know. I was
14.
You do not hear it, because you're further away, kind of back, talking with Gallahan, but you do overhear it.
Guys? Hey? Remember who the guild leader is here? That would be me.
I will cast message to Snow and stealth my voice next to...
You don't have to... If message is nonverbal, I'm pretty...
No, what message has to be point and whisper?
Anyways, you also have the in-game...
Can they see that when I
No,
do? Okay,
especially
so then
not if they're NPCs.
Wait, can you message NPCs?
I will...
No, you can't. You would have to cast the spell message. You can't in-game message using the graphical interface of the Sword Art Online guide.
I will message Snow. Don't mess this up for me. I'm sorry.
And Snow messaged back, didn't you just, are you good? I thought you had Clyde and everything. What are you doing?
Okay.
Can't you be satisfied with just one? What? Furiously typing into
I will message back. Yes, I have Clyde, but what if I could have more?
Not something I agree with personally. You do you, but please don't invite people to join missions without permission from the guild leader. Period.
I ask permission formally.
Rejected.
Maybe if you would ask first before doing it.
We don't know Den very well, and also the guy has been trapped in this area for a while. Also NPC, period.
Also NPC, so if he turns on us, we can kill him.
Wow. Just the message. Wow.
I will turn off my message, but fine. I'm not talking to you anymore for now. Never mind, Den. I guess you'll have to pay us back another way.
Sure. There are some rewards that we would have back at the village. Also, I have my own personal supply.
Of
bits and bobs, trinkets I've found along the way. I'm a bit of a hunter-gatherer, so, whenever I go out along the woods and I go exploring, I manage to run into things like ruins or abandoned encampments. and whatnot, and I managed to find things here and there.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't have said yes anyway. It's fine.
Oh, I mean, I vaguely remember your guild leader mentioning something about you looking for the exit, more of the doorway, the pathway to the next area.
Yeah, but that's the tree, right?
Right, but I mean, if you were interested, the next immediate entrance in which Anuksruruk leads to is actually the place where I dwell, generally. So I could, whenever you were ready to embark on your next set of adventures, give you guidance and kind of lead the way.
Well, apparently I have to run that through the guild leader first, but I will try to convince her to take you up on that offer. Thank you, Den.
We're gonna need gear.
Hey, Snow!
Yeah? Clyde?
Yeah.
What's up?
Would you be chill since, your sense of direction's terrible if Den guides us on the next floor?
On the next floor?
Next floor.
He says he's from there.
That's fine.
Well, I mean, I normally guide things.
Wilson, you're fine. You can,
But I know guiding things.
Wilson.
Yeah, but you don't know, literally where every city, town, tree, river, mountain, pass, all the secret hidden entrances, where to avoid getting stomped on by forest giants. Just the small little things that could mean life or death.
They're forest giants? Can I hear that?
Roll perception.
I mean, Wilson, just think of it like this. We're getting a guided tour, and you can make maps at any point. You don't even have to worry about looking around too much.
He's turned around and talking to you, so the perception check DC is
17.
Oh, yeah, you're good.
They're forest giants?
Yes, absolutely. They're absolutely lovely folk. Their society is quite peaceful. I'm actually good friends with most of the forest giants.
Can we meet them?
Sure. Like I
Later,
said,
later.
whenever you're ready to go on and explore the next area, I'm more than happy to give you the lay of the land.
I appreciate that, and I appreciate you.
I'm sure you do.
Forest giants are a little bit temperamental at times, so just no pacing. Understand that they're normally very gentle and kind-hearted creatures.
Like pacing as in walking back and forth?
Well, they're also territorial and a little standoffish to newcomers. They're very protective of the land and nature itself, which is why we tend to get along very well. So just do be of the utmost respectful when entering their territory.
Okay.
Really quick, though, what kind of weather should we prepare for? Because half the time...
Cold.
Yeah, you said he
okay.
came from a cold
Bitter
place.
cold. And I wouldn't recommend going swimming.
Because it's cold.
But wouldn't it be frozen if it's cold? It's
Parts of
bitter
it,
cold?
sure. And then you find a thin patch of ice, fall in, can never find where you entered again because all of it's thick, and then you drown.
I see why you live here.
No, I normally live there. It's just...
The gate was closed.
The gate was closed.
Yeah.
I was on business.
Looks like we're going to have to get some jackets.
But there are wonderful aspects of where I come from, too. Like I said, the wilderness and landscape is absolutely gorgeous. Wonderful mountain ranges, forests. Like I said, the forest giants are very nice. Some of the tribal people are also very quaint, and they have very good culture and are very hospitable for the most part. There are just a couple of creatures you'd want to look out for.
Like what?
Well, without getting too much into it,
Den's having flashbacks.
so... Other than the standard wildlife, which you would still need to be aware of, such as wolves, bears, caribous, elk, moose, all the litany of standard things, there are a few specimens which are unique to the environment. Just be aware of the water and the lakes.
Y'all got sirens?
Just like the excitement on your face.
The word doesn't translate very well. For now, we'll just call them body snatchers.
Ooh.
They snatch bodies or they look like other people.
I read a book about those once.
They
Beware the body snatchers?
They're aquatic-based humanoid life forms who have adapted themselves, and literally their back opens up to be a container to steal people as they sleep and drag them underwater.
I want to explain something really quick. Zana's face just went from sexy to oh no.
So
you're not that far
tend to
gone.
be aware of those, and then also the totemic beasts,
Toad?
Like totem?
Totem? Or like a toad? Like a
like
jumping
a totem.
Oh.
Yes.
What?
they used to be guardians of the forest and the land, but as of recently, they've kind of been acting up. And I actually do believe, from what I've overheard, that, and he nods to Gallahan, that you have had some encounters with them. Oh, you're talking about that giant wolf, giant spider, and giant crab thing we fought? I've never heard of a spider before. That one's new, but very much so the other ones. The wolf and the crab are 2 of the 5 remaining ones.
Hey, Den, how do you know about that conversation?
Conversation?
Wolf, giant totem things that Galahad was mentioning, because I don't remember us talking about that here.
I don't remember a conversation either. Like I said, I was on business. My business was actually going and tracking those beasts down. I actually have seen Gallahan before over in Hattusa. I actually helped fend them off.
So you helped King Kale. Snow's like meter went up.
Pure curiosity, Den. What did you think of the spider?
Comparatively to the other totemic beasts, underwhelming, but at the same time, just as a pure creature in general, still immensely powerful.
What'd you think
relatively
of that?
difficult to deal
Donna?
with.
What'd you think
Did
of that?
you kill
top
him?
hat?
I don't believe I ever really had any encounters with him due to the fact that he wasn't the reason why I was there.
What'd you think of that top hat?
Top hat?
He had a hat.
He do- Oh, is that like what?
She gave it to him.
Most of the totemic beasts have corresponding natural elements aligned with them. Is the top hat representative of something?
She gave it to him. I don't know.
Okay, the spider's my friend.
Zana,
Your friend led to the deaths of thousands of individuals and mass destruction of multiple districts.
are you more than friends?
That sounds like most of
With
her
a
friends.
spider?
That sounds like
The
Pierre.
look on her face.
Good old Pierre. Well, I gave him that top hat to make sure he didn't have to kill anybody, but I didn't tell him not.
Zana, I remember this clear and distinct conversation there was about overthrowing the government.
Wait,
And-
I remember it very vividly
shut
too.
up.
I remember
No.
I remember something about une révolution.
Okay,
That's good.
Thanks.
Good
but
impression.
Yeah, I know. I was practicing.
in my defense, they were slave drivers. They thought that slavery was chill.
No.
I may be in the mafia, but slavery ain't chill.
Listen, I still don't believe you're in the mafia. The behaviors just don't add up.
So are we for this king or against this king? Because
I'm
you
against
seem to
slavery.
like this king, and you seem to want to kill this king. But
I'm
the
not
spider who
against
killed
the
people.
king. I'm just against slavery.
So
I'm
Well,
against.
I mean, I didn't like the whole instantiated system in the first place, though. It was more of an indentured servitude
Yeah.
form of labor than anything.
I love Pierre.
I know.
I'm a little concerned about that
That
love.
it is philia type love
He's
in a brotherly type sense.
gonna
We are
join
bros.
Your party.
He was in our party once upon a time.
Actually, he followed us
Different.
because he wanted
I
food.
think that was mostly because he liked not starving to death, and I kind of kept giving him meat.
Well, actually, he almost killed Clyde in the desert.
Well, yeah, but then I waved around a little ham bone and threw it at him, and he was all happy. He was just a hungry little guy.
Little?
Yeah.
He's little.
How little was he?
Yeah,
Oh, he was
I
like
mean,
about the size of
human-sized.
Nugget now. So he'd be like medium size, but yeah, he definitely was not medium size when we met. He was at least gargantuan.
Oh, the entire guild could ride him.
Fast.
The entire guild could probably build a house on him and ride him through the desert. Yes. Anyways, yes, the ecological state of the next area is quite different and immensely dangerous if you don't follow your guide. Worst case scenario, you'd run into one of the totemic beasts' territories and die almost instantly unless you are prepared for a combat with them.
Well, it's a good thing we'll have you.
Well, it's a good thing we're not going there right now.
Also true.
Because, I mean, we have another job to fulfill already with, taking care of that stuff in the mountain.
Oh, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah. That has been affecting the other 2 guilds that we were having issues with. So,
Yeah, to protect Dairy Boy.
yeah, I mean, it's
Dairy
more,
boy? You have it in for the milkman?
I mean, it more comes down to
Does he sell
I
milk?
think she was referring to
Helping.
Darius.
players.
I hope he's not
Oh,
a milkman.
Dairy.
Yeah, Darius.
I thought Darius sold milk.
That could have been
Speaking-
his
I
job a
thought
long
she
time
meant,
ago. I doubt
like-
he was a war general during
I thought she
peace
meant like he
times.
was
These people are
producing
very
milk.
confusing.
Yes, I agree.
Speaking of milk, you know why cows have hooves?
All
and
right,
not
we're going to
feet?
walk away from this conversation.
Let me.
Because
No,
they
I
took the
actually
hooves
don't.
evolution.
No. You know why cows have hooves and not feet?
Why?
Because they lactose.
Oh, God, it gets worse.
Does Den laugh?
What about toeless feet? Let's
get
say you
that
take a
one.
foot and you
Lactose.
take off the
I
toes.
see what
It's
you did there.
still a foot, right?
Oh, I'm in pain. I'm physically in pain.
It was a good animal pun. It was a good animal
she
joke.
in pain? She needs some milk.
I don't think I get that
Darius
one.
sells
I
that.
don't know if that's how that. Darius, if he was indeed a dairy provider, if he had like cows and everything, Darius.
Oh,
that's how
God,
it was.
Wilson, stop. No.
Could have been
No.
a thing. Could have been a thing, Uwin. You're
I'm
right.
gonna tell him that, Wilson.
Mate, you don't know what he did before. Like I said to Uwin, he probably
You're the
wasn't
one who called him Dairy Boy.
right.
Yes, it's a
Oh-
pet name because
dairy
he's
boy.
special.
The milk is calling.
So we're almost there, by the way.
Yay.
Wow, amazing.
Any other questions? We have we're about like 15-20 minutes out.
Are you?
Single?
Oh my
Really?
She asked. She asked. No ass.
You know,
Stop it.
the words came out of your mouth. They were just laughed out.
I am only one individual person.
Are you
Yes.
betrothed to another?
I cannot say that I am. No.
Good to know. I was just wondering, only because if you were to happen to,
I mean, many village elders have tried to push their daughters onto me, but I normally decline most of them.
really?
Yeah.
Really?
Well,
Onto you.
Most of them.
what? No, like all of them. Like,
Oh, okay.
Like
Mhm.
I've said yes to no one.
Is it
was-
the Leshys?
No. I'm talking about back where I come from. There are a lot of
got
tribal
you.
communities.
I was very confused. Like the elder was trying to push the Leshy girls.
No,
onto
no.
you, and then
Um,
you were like
No, they don't believe in anything interspecies like that.
incompatible genitals.
You don't know that.
We could have some interesting wood.
Den, for your sake, stay single as long as possible.
I mean, that's how I normally operate. I'm
Yeah,
more of a
you
lone
just-
wolf.
Yeah,
but
just saying.
Good job. Good for you. I
thank
get lonely.
you, I suppose. Well, don't worry, Sonny. You don't have to be lonely. I'm here.
I
That's why we're a thing. And Clyde puts his arm around your shoulder and kind of pulls you closer to him, away from Den.
Gallahan. I want to talk to Gallahan.
So yeah, Clyde puts his arm around you
Yeah.
and kind of pulls you closer to him, away from Den.
I'll give him a kiss on the cheek. That's right, babe.
Den or Wilson?
Wait,
Neither
Clyde.
Den or Wilson, probably Clyde.
Who had
Clyde.
pulled me
so-
closer.
All right, you said you want to talk to Callahan.
Yes, I want to talk to
What
Gallahan.
do you say? How do you start the conversation?
Sup?
Gallahan!
Oh, yes.
Hi.
Hello, how are you? Hopefully this the ride on Magnus hasn't been too rough on you.
No. It's fine. What do you do?
Well, I'm a paladin. I'm a bastion, a shield, a healer of many. I have been currently going around fending off and vanquishing foes in order to protect the mere civilians of the great town of Hattusa.
The others have spoken that they are from other places I've never heard of. Where do you hail?
Roll to decrypt cryptic message. The Odd Guild. We have Guild Hall in floor 1. That's the town of beginnings.
Awesome. Cool. Tell me about yourself.
Such an awkward conversation.
Of
I
course,
love it.
absolutely. How rude of me. So I am Gallahan. I am the oldest of my family, 26. I have a younger sister who is 17. Selena, she's very quaint. She's also with us in this game, though she is currently in Hattusa. Her assistance was not needed.
That last
Sure.
part. I mean, it was a
Wait, so he's
20
not an
total.
NPC.
No, he's not an NPC.
He just talks like that.
yeah, that's
oh
just
my
how he
God.
talks.
20 total.
Yeah.
She's 17?
Yes.
No.
What do you mean, no?
Can I perception as well?
Sure.
I said that pretty
No,
loud.
I said that in
I said that really loud.
Yes, you hear a.
18.
She's 17.
Hey, I'm 7. Wait, what day is it? No.
It's been 2 months since we've been in game, or 3. I have no idea what day it is
Gallahan,
anymore.
are you single?
Very much so. I've been taking care of my younger sister after our parents passed.
cool.
Oh, God. That's so beautiful. I'm sorry.
I mean,
I'm
he's
sorry.
just like a beautiful person, period. He's like, talks great. And
And I'm the
And-
one that falls for people easily.
I have chosen 2. You have chosen every male you've ever met.
Really? Not
she didn't choose-
Darius. Not Gallahan.
Dorian.
Didn't choose Darius because he put you on your butt. She was so into Dorian until she realized he was old. Who else did you name?
You know what? I wasn't into Dorian. Dorian's like a father figure to me.
Sure.
Also,
she has a daddy kink.
shut
So
up.
literally the 2 people that I've chosen. Okay, I didn't choose Darius. I didn't choose the Dorian.
Also, Ugwin. I'm not interested in him. No offense, Ugwin. Not my
She's not interested in
He just-
Wilson.
We don't know him.
I'm not
very
interested in Wilson. Never went for Wilson, did I?
Snow's just looking
Everyone
back and forth.
else.
And then you're also seemingly not into Clyde.
I love this man. He is beautiful and he cooks for me. I'll give this is a great I will give Clyde a full kiss right now.
Oh, I thought.
I believe you. Stop showing affection. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
About your
to see
eyes.
that.
Exactly.
Gallahan
I
covers your eyes.
Exactly.
Thank you, Gallahan.
You want
You're so
to
sweet.
come at me? You
No.
want to come
All right.
at our relationship?
I'm sorry you had to see that, madam.
If I came at you, you'd die because you.
Whoa.
I do things.
There's a high sense of hostility in our compatriots here.
Ladies, calm down. We're good. Okay. All right. Calm your man fetish down and don't. We're not going to point fingers. That's her choice. Her choices are hers.
So, were you trying to say something to Gallahan?
You have a sister?
What was this whole conversation?
Yes, Selena. She's a beautiful young lass. She's coming into her adulthood quite wonderfully. But let's see. Other things. She is currently playing a druid in the game, so she's fantastic with creatures, and she's managed to collect quite a few of them.
What kind of creatures?
Her favorite is she has a little tiny pet spider named Arachne.
How is Arachne doing?
Oh, she's doing quite wonderfully.
Has she gotten bigger?
No. Apparently, we learned that her species doesn't grow very fast.
Oh, so she's the size of the pinky nail. Still.
I think she might be the size of a palm. So a little bit larger. She likes to rest on her shoulder most often. They play a game where Selena will hold out her arms and Arachne will kind of swing back and forth between the two by webbing.
That sounds
She sounds really
adorable.
Any reptiles?
Reptiles. I'm trying to recall. She collects so many different beasts. She last time I checked, I know she had a spider, she had a bird, a pet goldfish that was semi-sentient and talked.
Bubble of water? Like a bowl?
That's just Sal.
How'd she get the...
She carries a glass bowl around with her, and the fish speaks, and when the air bubble reaches the surface and pops, words
You can
come
hear
out.
sound?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome.
How you doing back there, Ugwin?
Just a little confused.
There's a lot.
Oh, feel
going
free.
on.
Any questions? I'm an open book.
I'm educated in several different things, including different languages.
Oh, that's quite impressive. What languages do you speak?
Elvish.
Ah, very
English.
wonderful.
I can read ancient evil language. I don't know the name of.
Was it abyssal? Can you read
Is
abyssal?
it abyssal? What is it?
Infernal.
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 I can read
Oh.
infernal.
Oh, the language of the beast. Quite impressive. I normally don't need to just decipher such texts. Normally I just smite them where they stand.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, Gallahan, you're gonna have fun.
So I hear. I heard there's much need for my smiting abilities and holy powers.
Yeah, we needed that.
I am very pleased to vanquish evil wherever it may arise.
Well, not all things that appear evil are.
Wait.
Yeah, take me for example.
Don't worry, I have a complete radar. Wherever I detect evil, it will instantly be smoked.
Well, but sometimes maybe the radar isn't entirely. Maybe there's like a
This
little bit of
sacred
evil.
sword is meant to
Just a little
splice
bit.
the blood of my enemies, and my enemies are any of those who call Beelzebub home.
Hey, just a quick question. Make sure I'm safe. My horns and tail don't bother you, do they?
And
I
he
mean, they
takes
are
an intense glare at you.
kind of demon-esque.
We don't
You're
look at
not
the
a-
outside.
Thou
We care
shalt
about
not
the-
be faulted for the sins of thy father.
Hmm.
No.
Is there evil in me?
I don't have a dad, but okay.
Ugu, want to ask any questions again? Okay,
Ugwin's good.
just playing with his nugget.
Just poke him occasionally.
Callahan or Nugget?
Nugget.
Nugget
Can I
kind of like uses
perception
his
to
tail
see
to
if
poke you
I
back.
see him just poking?
Oh yeah, so you turn around and you see Ugwin and Nugget, and like every 15 or so seconds, one of them's just gonna like pull Ugwin pokes Nugget's side.
Ugwin, that is
Nugget
not...
comes around and taps his shoulder with his tail. And they just like go on doing this and like just poke random locations
Don't you
every
show
couple of seconds.
You poke
actual affection?
you poke things when they get bigger.
I'll poke my stomach. Zana pokes her stomach.
Good job, Zana.
Clyde pokes your stomach.
Do you slay like anything that's undead or just evil?
Not all evil things are undead, so as long as I can detect the evil,
Are not all undead
what-
things evil?
If something is undead, is it inherently evil to you?
it depends on. Not technically all things that were once dead that are now living are evil, but it depends on by the means of how they became alive once more, whether it is by holy powers or by infernal corruption.
But what if they're
For
not
example,
evil?
Lazarus was dead for 3 days until he was called out from the grave and was brought back to life. So that is someone who was once dead but is now alive once more, as the very soul and being was brought back to their body.
Have you ever
Gallahan, are you Christian?
considered- Have you,
I am a
ever,
holy righteous warrior for the heavens.
have you ever considered that infernal doesn't
explains a
equal
lot.
evil? Just infernal, maybe? Just a thought.
Anything that comes from the spawned depths of the hellscape below must be tainted by Satan.
Definitely Christian.
Well, on another note, so we will not be going back to Castle Rimmendolf with you.
Nope.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
quite interesting.
No.
I was a little excited to see the place after hearing a
it's
little bit
not-
about it.
Okay,
It's
so
not that interesting.
so here's the thing: they're all vampires there.
Demons! We must go vanquish them all at once and remain any survivors.
No, no, no.
They're good. They're good.
Okay, Galahad, if we kill the demons, they'll be released from their evil ways.
Right.
Mhm.
They're in hosts. They're trapped right now. So
Yes.
if you kill the
Yep.
vessel, they will be free upon the earth and reign unholy terror.
That's fine. Then all we must do then is cleanse them of the demonic powers in which inhabit
That's what
them.
we'll do when we go kill the demons under the
Later,
mountain.
right? And then all their evil will be gone, and then we can just leave, and we don't have to check.
Roll
Gallahan.
a bluff check.
I'll say this.
This man is a holy paladin who maxes sense motive.
Gallahan, do you want to defeat
He
the...
rolled a 19.
I'm not going to bluff. I'm going to straight up fax this man. Do you want to defeat the lesser evil or the greater evil first?
Whichever one is closer to that of human hearts.
That would be the greater evil in the caves.
Fine, then we will go and vanquish the greater evil with post haste, and after which we will then make our way back up to Castle Rimmendolf and vanquish any vampiric.
28.
I'll message Snow,
appearances.
use message. If he tries to kill anyone, I'll get a scroll of sleep out.
I don't know how well
How
that would
about-
work. I respond back. I think his will save is too high.
I will stop him.
God.
So are we going? Are we going over to these demonic forces as we speak?
No. We have to kill some demons first.
What?
That's the demonic
he's
forces.
talking about the cave.
Oh no. We're going to the Leshy Village first.
Yeah. We got to
well-
rest up, man.
Yeah, Wilson kind of took a beating.
Uh-huh.
It's all right. It was an arduous journey just to get here. It's a forced ride for almost 24 hours just to make it here in time.
That sucks.
These
So-
guys have to rest in between combats.
Well,
Oh.
Yeah.
we'll be breaking that trait of them quite hastily.
These people have to rest between combat.
Don't worry, we
do.
will vanquish our foes with such mighty force that it will barely even break a sweat.
I have to bring back this Leshy corpse because I'm morally good.
Wonderful. Glad to hear. A proper burial and reunion for its family is probably
Yep.
greatly appreciated by the society.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly.
Well, thank you, Galahad, for your
oh,
assistance.
Well, then, if all of you are done with your
Poor Dad.
conversation, if we call it that, right past this ridge, if you just push the branches out of your way, we'll be back in the Leshy Village. As you are making your way back to the Leshy Village, the horse is going over Root and Burrow as it's traversing the underfloor of the vast forest. And it kind of stumbles a little bit. You get jostled, and you're not used to riding on horseback very often. So you kind of stumble forward into Gallahan more and kind of grab him tighter around the waist.
Spicy.
Oh, are you not an experienced rider?
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's quite all right. Don't worry about it. Hold tight.
Okay.
So are we in the Leshy Village?
And you all make your way into the Leshy Village.
Perception.
Roll for it.
24.
Everything appears the same to all of you as you have been here before. not much has changed. You see the very standard, natural, miniaturized, civilization-like landscape dotted around the trees. What you hear? Oh, good heavens above! This place is marvelous! Oh, such intricate and quaint, tiny designs. I could only imagine the field day Selena would be having here.
Galahad,
She would try and take all of these home with her immediately.
Oh, you can
Galahad,
grow
sure.
them. You can actually grow these guys.
Oh, how I must inquire as to how. I know Selena would love to have a flock of these following her around.
You have to take very good care of them, though.
Galahad,
Selena has no problem
they're
doing
running
that.
inside the buildings. You gotta bring the voice down a little bit.
I'm sorry.
You're
I'm
scaring
sorry,
them.
tiny little. And he gets off his horse. I'm sorry, little creatures. They're known as leshys. I'm sorry, you little leafy people in your tiny buildings. My boisterous voice does not mean to break thine eardrums.
I want to, as fast as I can, head to the Oaken Father's tree.
Okay, so you book it towards the Oaken Father's tree.
I guess I take out the Leshy.
You're still on the
Body-
horse. How you gonna get off, honey?
I was.
Oh, yeah.
I think I just fall off.
Oh, at that
if
point,
that
if he
happens,
tries to get off,
because
you
I'm
just fall.
like this.
Roll an acrobatics check.
I'll be fine.
Beautiful.
I just want to see you.
So Gallahan
Somewhere.
goes and quickly dismounts
Do I
the
get
horse.
a disadvantage?
No, you're fine. Roll and what your acrobatics is.
21.
So Gallahan hastily dismounts Magnus, completely oblivious to the fact that you were still holding on to him, in a means to be cordial and more hospitable to the people who are hosting him, the Leshy people, because he feels like he offended and harmed them in some way. So he's attempting to remedy this. And as he goes to dismount, you kind of get flung, but you manage to catch yourself, and you end up landing flat on your feet, perfectly
Okay.
fine. So you're
Yeah.
off the horse.
I
Wonderful.
take out the Leshy body and I lay it down and I try to find who they belong to.
Just lay it
It's
down.
yours? It's yours?
It's a
It's
little.
yours?
It's a child, isn't it?
Was this
'Cause you
your
said It
dad?
was a little one. Oh God.
So you kind of lay it down on the ground and step away for a moment, and you see like windows, doors, and curtains popping open, and little heads poking out. And eventually, a number of individuals come and kind of lift and raise the body up, and they kind of hoist it and raise it in the air above their heads. And they have a little chant as they walk down the road and carry it to a doorstep. And you see one Leshy individual knocks on the door gently, and the door opens, and you just hear
We shouldn't be laughing at this page.
a little Leshy baby was brought back before its Leshy mother, and the mother is in tears as the child is brought to her doorstep by a hearse of individuals. I don't think my players were ready for that.
It's your time to cry on the podcast.
I'm not crying.
It's your time.
I'm not. I don't cry. This is why greedy people are happy. They don't have to deal with this crap.
All right. Dan puts a hand on your shoulder. Don't worry. This is just the cycle of life and death. They all understand, and they appreciate you bringing back the body. It will console them, and all will be right in the end. Trust me. You'll see.
Their child is dead.
You brought them.
Okay, so everyone, I'm going to say we're headed to the Oaken Father's tree,
I get there first.
Okay.
but yeah, you will get there first. Everyone else is headed to the Oaken Father's tree, but if you would like, I know you specifically were looking in that direction. If anyone cared, roll a perception check to see what is happening with the body.
Yeah, I feel like Snow's watching that like
Zana would have just laughed,
20 total.
so I'm glad she's not there.
16.
23.
So we have 23, 16 total.
Mm-hmm.
20 total.
All of you see as the body is raised up, it is kind of brought back slowly down into a field and bed of grass. And you can see it kind of, it was in like a form of stasis, and it was still like a full in body, but it slowly starts to like sink in and turn like brown and wither and decay and collapses in on itself.
Go loot it, R.A.
No!
What
It's
kind
a
of-
baby!
what kind of stuff did it drop?
I didn't realize it was a baby!
Excuse me, what kind of stuff do you drop when you die?
I have a feeling she raids funerals.
Baby funerals.
Do I get their lifespan?
Oh, it's gotta be canonical that RA is a grave robber.
Oh, no. I grave rob adults, not children. I draw the line at children.
Professionals have class.
I have morals. I have some morals, okay? I don't follow the law, but I don't rob children's graves.
Straight up goes to a funeral. What kind of loot did they drop?
All right.
Okay.
Only there's like a seed there, and
So-
it's gonna grow into like another one, and it's gonna be okay.
Sure. Okay.
Zana, you were the first person to make it to the Oaken Father's tree.
Mm-hmm.
So I assume you're rushing in to see the Oaken
Yes.
Father's condition. As you enter the Oaken Father's tree, you can tell that his condition has worsened, gravely so. His body seems shriveled, contorted, and corrupted due to the poison that was coursing through his veins. His once voluminous and very full leafy beard is now withered, decayed, and browned. The poison has visibly spread throughout all of his leafy veins and is slowly strangling the life out of him.
I walk up to the Oaken Father and I take his hand and hold it gently.
So as you make your way and do this, the rest of you enter in and you are greeted by the same somber state of the Oaken Father.
It didn't work, Dan.
I never thought that reviving Anuksruruk to its proper state would save the Oaken Father. I knew the poison coursing through his veins was fatal.
But there's an aura protecting the tree. Can't we just take him to the tree and then maybe it can nurture him?
What is nurturing the tree is different. It's meant to repel curses. This is a natural poison. It wouldn't cure him quite in the same way.
Wait, but it would cure him?
It would maybe temporarily prolong his life, but at the same time, it would just be a constant state of misery and pain.
Oh.
I'm going to take his hand and Oaken Father, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
His frail, sickly body, straining to breathe, slowly manages to raise his hand and speak. Why, hello there, my children.
I just wanted to let you know we healed the tree. We healed Anuksruruk. Got it.
That
did
thing.
it.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
Got it.
In the background, thumbs up.
In my final moments, nothing brings me greater joy to know the longevity of this Leshy Village has been secured by you fine people.
I need to ask you a question.
Anything, my child.
I got a great tree seed from Anuksruruk. What do I do with it? Do I plant another tree? Do I keep it? Is it sacred? Will it save you? Is it secret? Is it safe?
As the Oaken Father attempts to raise his hand and speak to you, he sighs his final breath, and you see his chest seems to collapse in on itself, and much like the child you saw before, his entire body turns a dark brown and slowly crumbles and decays. And you may all roll a perception check.
Oh my quacking gosh.
What kind of loop does he drop?
What kind of loot does he drop? If he drops any loot, I was touching him, so I get it.
know. I called it.
Wow. That was a joke. That was a
If he
But she's an
does,
adult. Okay.
perception of 26.
26? Okay.
24.
24?
24.
24?
23.
Everyone's over 20. Congratulations.
That's always the DC check for perception for Quentin.
When your perception is so high, of course it is.
We all focus perception because the DCs have to be
Right.
high.
No, I make the DCs high because you all focus perception.
No,
These
my
are
perception
low.
was really low, which is why I had to start focusing my perception, which is why all of my skill points that I got from leveling up are in my perception.
That's good. Well, look, you're par for the course with everyone else. So as you can see his crumbling chest cavity collapsing in on itself, you see at the core of his very being, there's a small seed with a faint green aura emanating out of it. And you see out the top, pop a little leaf.
We have to plant it. We have to
I
plant it.
will grab the seed. I hold it.
Just
because I was
right.
I
That's
was right next to it.
just hold it there. Just watch. And the little leaf that's on the top stays there, and out from the side and the bottom pop little sprouting roots, and you see little eyes flicker from it.
What the fuck? It's a baby.
Oh, wow.
Oaken Father?
It's a
Can I-
cycle, all
Can
right.
I hold it up? Like grab and hold it up?
Yeah.
Gently. Oaken Father?
Wait,
No, that is not the Oaken Father.
what?
Yep.
Is it the Oaken Father's kid?
The Oaken Father has passed.
So it's a new Leshy.
Fucking baby.
It is a new Leshy.
Ah, so in death there is life.
In all death, there is life. It is a beautiful state of reincarnation. The corpse that you brought back as well will have been reincarnated, and while the parents will not have the child they once had back, they will have a new one to care for.
I'm holding it and I am
That's
not
fine.
letting go. Can I name it?
No.
If you can find a suitable name, I think it would
How
greatly
about-
appreciate it.
Hana. It means flower in Japanese.
Ohana means family.
How about Han?
Ohana
It
Hana.
means flower in Japanese.
Flower family.
That's a leafy Leshy.
Yeah.
You can tell by what sprouts on their head when they're born what type of Leshy they'll be.
Oh.
Just a heads up. Also, generally, when the Leshies reincarnate, they normally are of the same lineage of that which they passed from.
So
Oaken
he'll
child.
be an Oaken father.
Oakland or Oakley. Oakley, because it sounds like oak leaf. It's Oakley. He's Oakley. I love him.
I'm sure the name will be very well suited for him.
Oakley.
And
I'm holding him
All right.
and I'm not letting anybody else touch him.
You might want to put him down.
Mm-mm.
Just like
He's baby. He's baby. I will take him.
who takes
Zana,
care
you
of
can't
him?
keep him.
Shh, I'm making
Oh,
him
um,
imprint on me.
You
can't.
cannot
That's not how that
keep
works.
him.
It's not a duck.
Do.
You're not a bard.
Um,
You are not a bard.
Oh, Lord.
there is a family who has been waiting for a child for like 3 centuries. And it
Then
is
show me to the family and I will take Oakley there. Okay?
Shouldn't the family be able to name their child?
They should have been here when he was born.
Clyde, you
Yeah.
sure you want
No,
that?
no, it's fine.
Sure.
She's just
a
likes
baby
cute things
snatcher,
and is very
Clyde.
attached.
I'm whispering this, by the way. if you
Yeah,
want. Yeah.
She doesn't really seem to want you.
Yeah. Have you noticed
She
this?
does. We went over this last time.
We're all just behind her, like whispering.
and she's just completely
Zana
sidetracked.
is literally just not dancing, but like little like sways
just,
to happy the baby.
just remember, Clyde, what we talked about in the carriage.
Gallahan's sister sounds like she might be, loyal.
If you need to test it.
I just got what you said.
What'd you say?
Gallahan's sister sounds like she might be loyal.
Oh, yeah. I know. It's just in
So if
We're
you
in
would
the
like,
background.
you could assist me in taking the Oakley to its parents.
Just lead the way.
Um,
Then
Is anyone else following them? They're leaving the tree.
Yeah.
Nah.
I'm not
Snow's gonna
staying here.
stick behind and just like watch.
Snow, what just happened?
I go to make sure she doesn't.
I get that the Oaken father passed, I think.
I think Zana just had a baby.
Is that- Really, I always thought, I don't know. Like, I thought it was going to be maybe an NPC or something if that happened. Also, I expected the process to take a lot longer. I heard it'd be a lot more hormonal during it.
Have you guys seen Futurama?
Is that not what the horniness is? I thought that was what that hormonal nature was.
You know what? Maybe you're right. It's quite possible.
Honestly.
Okay. So you, Den, Clyde, and Art, Ugin, are you going? No? Okay, you're sticking back. So you make your way to a small little house, and you all are towering over it because you are like literally twice. You're about the same size as the roof of the house, so you can like peer into the second floor. But you kind of get down on one knee, and Den gently knocks on the door. You see a rather robust Lily open the door. It's a rather large woman with it's a very large female Leshy.
A lily Leshy?
She's a lily Leshy. A flower Leshy,
Okay, she's
but
a
her
flower
flower
Leshy.
is a lily. She has a little lily sprout on her head. It looks kind of like she's wearing a hat. She is rather
That's
large and she's
adorable.
wearing white, but has like yellow accents to her and little eyes. And
Hold on,
and
I expect.
I really wish they could see this right now. It's great.
And so she reaches out her little lily petal arms. It sounds like, and she calls out, and you hear from the background, and a really large, robust, leafy Leshy runs out to the door. And the leafy Leshy jumps up for joy, and you can see both of them raise up their hands to take their child.
I bring him down gently. This is Oakley.
and she just grabs the child out of your hands, and they walk, and they slams the door, and they walk in. So you all, you've made your way back to the Leshy Village now, and you've successfully delivered a newborn child to its parents.
Thank you.
I
I
witnessed
feel
2 deaths. Or
2 deaths,
A
but
death,
also
a
2
rebirth,
lives.
and a burial.
I'm gonna grab Den's shoulder again
mhm.
and wipe away a fake tear as to make it seem like I'm sentimental.
Roll bluff.
Doesn't he have like really high?
Ooh. Yeah, except for 32 bluff.
I got a 31. I don't.
I keep rolling low. He should be able to see these things.
32 bluff.
Okay. Oh, are you? He
Just-
believes that you are crying, and
We did such a good job.
it.
I'm so proud of us.
Well, with all of those exciting days of events gone by, we're back in the Leshy Village. You're all free to stay as long as you like. Rest, regather yourselves, and if there's anything I can do for you, any reward or anything, just let me know. I'll be in the Oaken Father's tree.
Is
there a
Den talking to
market?
me
He's talking to everyone who is there.
at the child?
You, and then R.A., and then Clyde.
Then is there a Leshy market place where we could maybe get some supplies?
The Leshys do have facilities in which they sell things. The only thing is I don't know how to scale they would be for you, because most of them are made for creatures of their size. So, like, you can find things like clothing, adornment, arms and armor, but they're all scaled and made for utilization of Leshys. So what to them might be a spear would to you almost be a toothpick.
Got it.
Dude, toothpick.
But you said that there were villages and things, right? That you know all the secret ways to?
Oh, well, that would be over back in the area in which I come from. Which, I mean, we could travel to, but, I mean, to get to the nearest village, it would be about a 3-day journey. If we stopped at the Forest Giants, it would only be a day and a half.
I would not be opposed if the guild leader of our guild would like to go see the giants.
She's not
I mean,
there.
sure,
Hey,
if you wanted to, like, contact Draken, I don't think he's going to be opposed to you doing anything you want.
Yo.
I
Alright.
meant
We'd have to
the-
ask Snow if she wanted to go, though.
the guild leader. No,
Alright. We'll burn the bridge when we come to it.
I don't want to burn the bridge. I want to build one between us that connects us together, so we don't have to be with Draken.
You
Who
don't like him?
Who is this Draken fellow that you keep referring to?
He's a
Oh my gosh, did
Dragon.
did he abuse you in the guild? You seem like you have some
Sure.
trauma. What do you mean, sure?
Yeah,
I was a very
absolutely.
I was a very excited. Sure.
I-
was it.
I'm not excited. It's I deal with
fetish.
Can't blame her.
You're just talking to the wrong people
She
here.
was really excited about that abuse.
What is
well,
wrong
at least
with
you have
you
something you can
people?
relate to her with, huh, Clyde?
That's a joke. I want to clarify for
Mhm.
everyone that that is a joke.
It's just a joke. Let's go back to the tree
Yep.
and
to the
regroup
tree.
with
Go to the
Snow.
tree.
Right.
And
So you
then-
all make your way back to the tree. Snow,
Yes.
you, Wilson, Gallahan, and Ugin were all in the tree. Did you do anything while that whole ordeal was going down?
So, does anybody else get some weird, creepy vibes about what's going on with the whole? Okay, so it's not just me with the whole Clyde and Zana thing, and I feel bad for Clyde, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I felt bad for Clyde since like
Day one.
Day one.
Day one.
I mean, well, no, not day one. Day one, I was more shocked about what was happening in the tent. That was an experience.
You didn't walk in on them. Tears.
But after that, once they were like a supposed couple, there are a couple of individuals who do things, but it seems like she includes more individuals than just him, or attempts to quite frequently.
Huh.
Maybe we should get Clyde out of that.
But see, the problem with Clyde is he
likes attention.
well, but he's also very loyal. So like,
He's
I
a
don't
good
think
boy.
he would like unless
We had a
she
thing
told
going
him
before.
to.
Like, there was a thing before.
There,
so,
there
like,
wasn't a thing.
There was kind of a
there
thing.
wasn't a thing.
There-
Are we close enough to hear them, or is this going
nope,
on?
it's going. This is all going down while you were delivering the
Okay,
child to its
okay.
parents.
You're delivering a child.
You are
and
currently, yeah.
Are delivering the child.
I've delivered a child before.
So no, I don't think Clyde would leave willingly, unless like she told him she doesn't want the relationship anymore. But I feel like she's just gonna keep collecting like their webkins or something.
Did you have a Webkins collection? Because I feel like you don't make these kind of mentions of something unless you had your own collection.
I didn't
Wilson.
have a collection. I had a pet Webkins pug.
He had a family.
I only later added on the hedgehog because I thought he was cute, and I won him. I rescued him, if you would, in an Eagle Scouts raffle. He was all alone, and I won the raffle. And
Yeah. We're not. Yeah, we can stop there.
Carl
That's
was
fine.
great, man. I loved him.
Such casual names. So yeah. Ugwin. Did you have any toy collections as a child?
No,
What? Really?
no,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I don't really mind.
Yeah, Galahad, did you have any toy collections as a child? This got really this conversation just kind of.
I have fond memories of all of my toys. Well, my family was rather poor, so most of them came out of McDonald's Happy Meals, but they are surprisingly sturdy and last for a very long time. It's also wonderful because you get a different theme every month or two. At one time, there were Bionicles. At another time, there were little Pokemon figurines. I remember getting something Dragon Ball themed once. It was wonderful. I had these action figures for about a decade or so.
Oh, that's so nice.
This guy.
Yeah.
Nobody asked Zana about her toy collections.
We don't
want to
about your
know what
toy
toy collection you have.
It was a fidget spinner.
Oh, I'm sure you fidgeted with it a lot.
Yeah, so we kind of all just, I guess, continue an awkward conversation for a while.
Until you all regather at the Oaken Father's tree.
And how was the delivery?
Who was the father?
Was it
One
painful?
word that I would use to describe it would be emotional, right, Dan?
I mean, it tends to be a very emotional experience, especially when you get to see the joy on the Leshy's faces when they realize they're receiving their first child.
She was a bit sassy to me, but that's okay. Kid's gonna grow up with a quacking Karen as a mom, but not my problem.
Her name was Leaf Tisha.
Oh my god.
Peter, you like that one?
I have to roll a will not to laugh.
Yeah, go for it.
Hold on.
Ooh,
I think
nice.
Yeah.
Everyone roll a will save Peter. Uguin. Oh, come on.
roll-
Does Uguin not have a sense of humor?
Me and him don't
Not-
know, so do we still roll?
Oh, you definitely still
Okay.
roll.
Uguin doesn't.
I can stifle most of my
laughs at, like,
laughter.
Snow, how was your roll?
15.
The snow basically just turns into Wilson's shoulder and just like.
I can't respond to that. Can't respond to that one.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
Can't touch it.
Nope. Can't. Not with simple pull.
Anyway,
Extend the pole.
Yep. At least 50 feet. That's
so
the safe zone.
I think we came here to what we wanted to do. All honesty, I really want to get back
Get
to
laid.
Down
That's-
in a bed because she's tired.
Yes.
Yes.
Alone.
I think we're all really tired, so we could all use a good rest.
Yes, that. Also, I want to get back to the caves as soon as possible, just because I really have the urge to stab something.
So we can vanquish the evil, no
Yes,
doubt.
I will give him a high five. Vanquishing
Vanquishing evil.
evil.
Huh.
I just have
I
the
still
urge
like
to
Galahad.
stab something right now.
Okay. Well, we're gonna rest. I'm gonna heal, and we're gonna get Wilson back to full because currently he's still at less than half.
I feel you, Wilson. It's okay.
If you would like, and if it would aid you on your venture, I can work on a couple of medicinal herbal remedies which would speed up your recovery rate, if you'd like.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great.
Actually,
I literally just used all my cure mod wounds on him. boom, boom. And I have one more after that. So 3. So
Mhm.
3 total, and that's it.
All right, just make sure you have enough spell slots because
I
I know
do.
you casted spell slots in combat as well
Previously.
previously, and that's still the same day.
Oh, yeah, it's true. It's true. True.
Because I know you cast
I didn't use-
displacement, cure, used displacement, cure, and there was another one I thought,
Oh, yeah, you're right.
and Allegro. I know you said you
Well, I
cast as
didn't-
well.
That displacement is a level 3. Cure
Okay.
is a level 2. So I only used one of the cure. Now I'm going to use my second. So I only have 2 more spells of that. No, one more.
So could just
Yeah, so
roll
I'll
the
just do
healing
one.
dice twice.
You're right. Another 16.
If you would like to repay us for helping, since you know the area better, would you happen to have any supplies that would help us in your land?
Well,
Or
actually,
a cool knickknack. I am
No.
down for a cool knickknack, me
Den?
personally.
you know how you use that the stuff on the tree?
Yes.
Do you got more of that?
No.
He
We
said
do.
they only had
Okay.
one.
We actually do.
I know you guys have some,
Oh,
but if
Do
we
you?
tell you?
yes, Draken
When?
told me.
You did.
Draken did tell me during a conversation. Well, we have a few, but how many demons are there?
Bunch of demons.
7, 6.
And if we don't get back in time,
be
and
7.
then another
5
one will come
left.
back.
So 6 for now.
There's a
Five
total of
minus
7.
greed.
Right. No, I mean technically 5 because one
Yeah.
of them's in the queen, right?
7 deadly sins
Mhm.
minus queen is 6 minus greed
Don't
is
say that.
5.
Yeah, that's what I said. 5.
Okay. So we just said
He didn't hear it, thank God. Galahad's busy.
Oh, and I remember the Spider-Man toy I had once from the McDonald's box.
He's still going on. Galahad, we're not in that. You can come back down over here.
Well, I'm sorry. Did I miss something?
I think you were on Dragon Ball Z and then
Bionicles,
Bionicles.
Pokemon.
Okay.
Actually, the Bionicle lore goes extremely deep.
We're not.
There was lore.
what's
was that,
that?
supposed to come in the Happy Meal? Was
Oh
this like a
my
little
gosh.
pamphlet or something I
am
was supposed to get that I
knowledgeable
missed
in
as a child?
Many cultures' lords, but I've never heard of Bionicles.
Oh my gosh, I will have to
it
educate
was
you.
wonderful. It was this little action
Don't you
figure.
have
It
to
was able
preserve
to move
knowledge?
both its legs
yeah, I do.
and
I
arms.
have to. Magical knowledge.
You don't know if this
Ancient
is magical. That'd be great.
Let me tell
Hey.
you, one time I had to memorize the entire Bionicle lore just to infiltrate into this one house because the kid was obsessed with it. And there was no way of becoming his friend unless you knew about Bionicles.
Does this happen to be a magical lore? Lost magical lore? That
Sure.
need you to tell me about it.
Later.
Oh, okay.
I need you to tell me about it now.
So everyone else
Later.
is
So
gonna
everyone
walk
else
away.
is going to have some downtime and rest and relax to try and
No.
recoup themselves. And these two are going to go off
Wait,
for 5 hours as she recites and recants to you something you genuinely believe to be an ancient and lost historical magical lore of a land known as Bionicle.
got it.
It's your
5
required thing.
hours.
It's your lore. You have to do it.
5 hours.
I am now extensively knowledgeable of Bionicle lore.
Roll a knowledge history for me real quick.
Roll a knowledge Bionicles.
So anytime we need you
I just
to
want to
look
make sure you can gather and 11
11.
total.
Fascinating. Tell me more.
You only managed to keep maintain 20% of the information because it's just like word vomit for 5 hours straight. And it seems
no passion behind it either.
On a tropical island called Matayas, 6 toy heroes wash ashore in 6 tuna canisters and
Fade
fade
out.
out.
They must be some kind of gods.
All right.
Oh,
So, while those two are recanting Bionicle lore for the evening, because it will literally go from basically 5 p.m. until nightfall, and it is dark now, and it is night and about time to sleep, because it'd be about 10 p.m. by the time it finishes.
So I'm just like wandering through.
You two are just walking. Occasionally, you take brief moments to sit down and observe the scenery. But the entire time you are inside the Leshy Village for the entirety of this evening, you are going over Bionicle lore for 5 hours.
Fascinating.
Zana had to memorize it. Now you have to, too.
boom.
There will be a quiz on this after. All right. So, everyone else, what do you do?
Snow goes off with Wilson for a little bit and has a conversation.
All right.
I will do that in a minute.
We'll get back to that.
Yeah.
Just make sure everyone else is taken.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Nugget's gonna try to curl up
It's really
on
awkward.
me.
Yeah, he tries to lay down and curl up on your chest, but seeing as he weighs exponentially more than he used to. No, because he used to sleep directly on his chest. Oh, yeah, no, he'll try and hop in the pocket eventually.
It tears.
And he's just going to, like, stick his head in and then tear the pocket. He's tried to, like, jump in and fits his entire body. Doesn't end up working. But he does. He tries to curl up like he used to and lay on your chest, but you have, like, 80, 90 pounds of excruciating Compsognathus crushing your chest.
You should make it a pocket dimension.
A pocket dimension for Nugget.
Can we get a tiny door? And I can put my key in the
What?
lock in the tiny door and open up
But
a pocket
he's
dimension.
Still big. He has to be able to fit into it to get in.
We can put him in the same room through a big door. Get a tiny door.
It's like,
How would he
opposite
get
sides.
out of the tiny door?
He wouldn't. You'd just be able to see inside the tiny door into the big.
Night. All right. So yeah, you and Nugget struggle with your sleeping arrangements for a solid like couple of minutes as you try and figure out, hey, this ain't gonna work the way it used to. And eventually he just curls up and lays beside you and your arm is resting on him. All right. Snow. You is there any particular place you wanted to go with Wilson?
No.
There's a second level where like
There's
kinda-
a second level
Yeah, so
up in
there's,
the
like,
tree.
Up in the trees, there's a little walkway. It barely supports your body weight. You take up both lanes of a 2-lane road. But you can kind of stand side by side, and it's kind of like a little balcony that you can oversee the entire Leshy Village.
You could go sit in a tree.
And we're not going to be kissing in that tree. But sure, I'll let you. I'll let you have this fantasy. All right, we'll like walk
All
and
right,
get up there.
nice. So
Yeah.
you kind of are overlooking this balcony.
Yep, sitting down.
Yep.
Taking over the 2 lanes.
It's a pretty night.
Yep.
Kind of like last night too.
You good?
What?
You good?
I'm always good.
Are you sure?
I mean, I only
You almost died.
Okay, listen. Clyde's almost done that 3 times.
Uh-huh.
First off, Zana's done it twice since we've known her. She
Uh-huh.
probably did it more. Ra almost did it.
She jumped into that thing.
Ari's also done it. It's not that. It's kind of like a reality we exist in.
I just.
Surprisingly enough, you haven't been in danger too many times. Which
I
is
actually
good.
have barely taken any damage, which isn't really good. I'm supposed to be the leader of this guild. I should be in the thick of things. Like, something hit me for once.
Like interestingly enough, you always are in the thick of things,
And nothing hits
and yet
me.
for some reason it just doesn't target you. It's a really interesting game mechanic that I don't understand.
I think I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I think I just need to get better at directing everybody and instructing them on how to position themselves. And I don't know. What am I doing wrong, Wilson?
I mean, I struggled with this for a little while too. It has a lot to do with your inner confidence, your like self-confidence and how you believe that your actions are the appropriate things. And even if it doesn't go exactly as planned, you kind of just got to go with that initial gut feeling and trust in yourself. As far as everyone else, it's kind of difficult. I mean, I know group bonding exercises were really efficient in the Eagle Scouts. Maybe we could get together and do like some trust falls or human ladders. I think those
Maybe
would be
we need
good.
to go to a spa or
We
like a
could-
sauna. We all
good
sit in a
spa
hot tub or
day.
something. Yeah.
And maybe
Yeah.
just like go. I mean, normally I sat around a campfire and we roasted wieners. But like if we could just like get everyone around and just discuss our likes, our dislikes, really get to know one another. I feel like
Right.
there's
We need
not
to
enough
discuss
group
team
bonding.
tactics.
Yes, team tactics and group bonding.
Yes. All right. So tactics. All right.
I also just feel like you second guess yourself occasionally. I mean, I struggle with the same things. I mean, if you wanted, I still have Nurgle's necklace. It could maybe bring out a more courageous side of you.
You really want me to put that on?
Well, I mean, I don't really know what I was like when under the effect of the necklace. Also, I don't know if it would stack with your necklace from Ishtar.
Probably not.
Probably-
I also have the magic detecting necklace on, so I don't think that would do too much either. I don't think I can have more than 2.
I don't know if the magic necklace.
Okay,
I mean,
listen. Shush.
you
I
do
like
notice
layering.
that there is a pretty bright blue flame that is currently emanating from it as he's holding out Nurgle's necklace and your necklace and also that necklace. So
And-
all 3 of them are kind of radiating near each other.
I make the dark one and the Nurgle necklace like touch, like kiss, like boop.
as it gets closer, the flame grows slightly.
Yeah, that's magical, obviously. I mean, we all knew that.
We all kind of knew, yeah. I mean, I assumed it was. Maybe it was just like pheromones or something.
I don't think you had pheromones affecting you.
I think you know what pheromones are. Wait, I'm sorry. Whoa. What?
Just tune it out. You're not there.
You're not there. Just tune it out.
Yeah,
be one
be
with
Ugwin.
Be Ugwin. Be one with the heavens. Just meditate on it.
Hey, look. Is that Ugwin down there? What is he doing?
I think he's being crushed by a dinosaur. Wait. Oh, the tail's in an interesting place. Wait, they moved.
It's tearing up his clothes.
I think it tried to jump in his pocket.
Ooh, you got popcorn?
I am not Clyde. Who do you think I am? I got trail mix.
Oh.
I got like peanuts, little raisins.
That's disappointing, Wilson.
What do you mean? Trail mix is great. I got sunflower seeds here. Little chocolate nibbles. If you want.
No, I'm not a big fan of nuts in general.
Like peanut allergy?
No.
Tree nut allergy?
No.
Oh,
I also don't think that would affect us in game, but that's beside the point. All right, let's see.
Yeah, you can't eat nuts while you're in a tree.
New rules. Kissing's allowed, but no nut eating.
But a tree nut allergy is.
Well, what I was thinking, Wilson, is maybe I should ride in with you on your horse when we go into combat. That way, at least I can get into the thick of things. And I don't know, that way you're not taking all the damage from like giant trees.
I mean, that would probably be good. I mean, wouldn't it be better if like you could ride in beside, because like I can give teamwork feats.
I don't.
I mean, you can ride in with me. Don't get me wrong.
Well, next level, I think Nachia goes up to he's actually be a rideable mount.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Imagine didn't you notice he's gotten a little bigger?
Thought that was just like his winter coat coming in or something.
No, he's bigger. Isn't that right, boy? Yeah, and his voice has gotten deeper. He's becoming a real wolf.
And then he licks Wilson in the face. Yep, real ferocious beast you got there, Snow.
I know. Isn't he handsome? What a good boy he is.
And he kind of like nuzzles you.
Snow is like wrapping arms around Wolf.
You're hugging him, and he kind of like jumps up and puts his paws on either side of your shoulders and licks you on the forehead.
This is satisfactory. I can't stand being licked by animals. Hold on. Here. Down. Wipes off. Looks for someone to wipe it. Looks at Wilson. Wipes it on Wilson.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Sign of endearment in some cultures.
What?
I'm probably sure that's true. I don't know it for a fact.
Interesting. In my family's culture, pinching people on the butt is a sign of flirting.
Interesting.
Yeah. And this is just how the awkward conversation goes.
And it goes like this for
normal.
most of the evening until eventually they settle down and they actually fall asleep up on the upper balcony, resting in the tree. So, unless anyone has anything else they wanted to do.
Where's Galahad?
He's currently resting. He's like knocked out cold, sleeping.
Near his horse?
Yes.
Can I go sleep? Can I go sleep next to his horse? Where it's warm?
So his horse and him are in the middle of a like open-ish area. His horse is laying down and he's resting his head on his horse.
What part of his horse?
The torso.
Can I just
Center
go on
bit.
like the other side of the horse, like opposite from him, and like curl up because it's warm?
Sure. Roll handle animal or stealth. I don't care whichever one you want. But not startle the horse that's sleeping.
It's also not your horse, too.
Right.
So what if it's like, ooh, enemy, boom.
Get hoofed.
RA kills the horse.
I mean,
up.
as we've already established, the party
What does it drop?
members are not against killing NPCs and are very intrigued by mob drops.
That sounds like a dark
18.
guild thing.
We're handle animal, not stealth.
So you are walking up to Galahad, and the horse immediately raises its head and is very alert and kind of like glares at you. And then you kind of like hold out your hand and you let it, and you slowly reach towards it and you stop just in front of it and it sniffs your and it kind of nuzzles your hand and lets you pet its nose and then rests its head back down. And you kind of just lay down next to it.
And I cuddle and snuggle up to it.
There you go. And this is how the night goes.
Sleep.
After Zana's done with her, she's going to find Clyde, latch on like a sloth, and just say, "It is time."
Sleep. I was laying here. You know,
For what?
it is time for sleep.
It is time to die.
Slumber. No death. Just unconscious.
Temporary death.
It's unconsciousness. You're not dying. You're still breathing. Your heart beats.
Death with benefits.
No, I don't think that's how that works. We're gonna sleep. We're gonna close our eyes. We're gonna continue breathing. Our hearts are gonna be beating. You're gonna be there. I'm gonna be here. We're just gonna sleep. Good night.
Good night.
Everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Nugget.
Good night, Leshy.
All the Leshies.
And just all the Leshys pop their heads out of the rentals.
It echoes for 5 minutes.
And then you just hear a cumulative simultaneous echo of all the windows shutting.
They have hardwood windows.
A lot of hardwood in this village.
Why?
All right. And with that, the evening comes to a close and it is the next morning. All of you, how much HP was missing from everyone? Everyone else full?
0.
I'm full.
Zero?
I'm
Zero,
full.
zero, zero. Okay. So Wilson was the only one. But he, after the cure mod wounds, and Den did come around and give him some herbal medicinal medicine, which he drank. He was able to also regenerate all of his health back to full. So everyone is fine and chipper on this dear morning.
Hello, sun.
Let's see.
What are our wake up positions? We haven't done this in a while.
Everyone roll a d20 for me.
We haven't done this in forever.
And just tell me the
That's
base dice roll. Base dice roll.
3.
5.
6.
8.
Dang.
We all woke up in places we didn't mean to be.
What?
All right, so Zana, you wake up and you end up, you're like arm and legs straddling a tree root, kind of drooling. And before you woke up, you were kind of like mumbling and moaning in your sleep. And you're just slowly stroking the tree root log.
Don't let Clyde see that.
And Clyde is just kind of sat up, laid down, curled in a ball in a patch of flowers next to you, just kind of shivering and cold all alone.
He didn't have his blanket?
What? No, they didn't have blankets. It was kind of nice out last night, and it's really nice when you have two buddies keeping each other warm normally. So, but
Zana rolled away.
Zana rolled away, so now he's curled up in a ball all alone, kind of shivering and cold. Upstairs, we find Wilson kind of like flounced and spread out, and Snow, you'll find your head resting in his lap.
How did my head...
What about Nachia?
Yeah, where's Nachia? in this?
Oh, no, Nachia's kind of like... So Nachia kind of like pushed you over and
That's
is like...
why I ended up there. Makes
so
sense.
yeah, you were both sleeping upright. You finally fell
She
asleep,
uses
and
his
then
paws and pushes my
and he kind of pushed you, and you kind of fell onto his lap, and Nachia kind of like wormed his way and is like...
Makes sense. Logic.
How did you not notice that while you were sleeping?
Listen.
Very sound sleeper.
Listen, no. It was probably dark enough that my head hit something soft, and I was like, oh, hello.
Ugwin, you wake up almost in the reverse order of how things used to be. Nugget's kind of laying straight, and you're kind of curled up with your head resting on his stomach.
Aw, it's so cute. Is he trying to get into Nugget's pocket?
Did Nugget have pockets? What?
Nugget
You
pocket,
should.
nugget in a pocket.
Alright, you wake up, the horse is like laying down, flounced on its side, and you're kind of resting on its torso, using it as a pillow. But you don't see Gallahan nearby.
Oh no, is he like under the horse?
Roll a perception check.
It's 26.
You can... You kind of like sit up groggily and rub your eyes, and you turn because you hear a 193, 194, 195, 196, 197, 98, 99, 200. Okay, time to do squats. And he stands up.
Darius could do 300 push-ups.
Because Gallahan had woken up earlier than everyone else and started his morning workout routine.
I'm surprised Wilson didn't wake up. That's weird.
Oh, maybe he did, and he just didn't want to move.
Galahad, will you teach me your morning workout routine?
Oh, sure.
Well, no, it might make me stronger. I'm a really weak, physically weak person.
If you would like to join me for the rest, you may. I would recommend doing a toned down scale and not push yourself too hard.
at this.
All right, fine. Well, we already went through, let's see, we did push-ups, we did sit-ups, we did pull-ups, we did
On
lunges,
what?
a nearby tree branch.
Okay.
Let's see, what else do we have left? There's normally, I like to do squats, keep the glutes good and in shape. Normally the lunges help with those too, but you really want to work those, there.
The core.
It's good for the core and good for the glutes, you know, all of the above. Really, that's the
Okay.
last thing left in the training regimen. You should probably do some good stretching first, though.
Like what? Like, ooh, towards the sky.
I'm a big fan of burpees myself.
Oh, God. What's that?
So a burpee is really great. So you start normally with your hands stretched to the sky, which is
this
a great way,
fun.
right?
This is
And
good.
then you go and you kind of get into a squat-like position.
Okay, this is okay. It's a
Right.
little
So,
hard,
all right.
right?
And then basically you're going to put your hands then on the ground and
Okay.
kick your legs back into you are into a perfect plank.
Oh, God.
And then you go down and you do a nice slow push-up,
Is that
making
a
sure
stretch, or is that just a workout?
make sure that
Okay.
your elbows are at 90 degrees. Hold it for a second.
How long?
Hold it.
Yep.
And then you raise back up. All right,
I have to
now
go
you
back up?
back into a plank. Yes,
Right,
yes.
all right,
There
okay,
you go.
good.
And then you basically, in one large jump, bring your feet to where your hands are in a position.
What?
Yep. Just go ahead and 1, 2, 3, up. And then you now raise, and then you jump up because you're kind of in the squatted
What?
position once again, and you jump
Oh,
up
God.
and raise your hands to the sky.
Ceiling.
There you go. 1. All right. Wonderful. Normally, as a good stretch, I do about 25 of those. Yes, that's just to get your body warmed up and nice and loose, so you can do the rest of the workout.
Okay.
Space.
Okay.
Also,
I can do this.
normally it's good. Normally, or you don't start with burpees. There are a bunch of things good, like twists. Twists are good to strengthen out
Alright.
your core. Like they're good
Gonna get my
twists.
core going.
And get a good arm stretch. You could put it across the arm, right, across the body. Grab
Alright,
the other
this
one, and
feels
then
nice.
just do it with both arms. Make sure they're nice and even.
Nice and even.
And then you can also kind of go behind the head with the arms, like so. Make sure you get like those good
It's actually
shoulder
really
muscles.
nice, guys. You should try it. Oh, it feels good.
And everyone is kind of just waking up and doing their morning routine.
No, I'm staying right where I'm at for a little bit.
All right,
Not moving.
She's frozen in fear.
roll a perception.
Yeah, actually.
roll a perception checks now.
22. Oh, no. 25. I'm bad at math.
You are not certain, but you think Wilson might already be awake. You think you saw his eyes flutter open at
How am
one
I seeing
point.
his eye? Wait, which direction is my face facing?
They're kind of laying outward, but out of the corner of your eye, you thought you saw him blink.
Okay. All right. We're both not moving.
They're both not moving.
Nope. Mm-mm. Just,
I
Zana,
will detach from the root and
Would you
Eh.
say that you were rooted?
no, this is not the type of wood I like.
you woke up with
Clyde,
the
why are
morning
you a
wood.
tree now?
I like cherry wood. Looks nice. This
I bet it's pretty tasty.
I guess if that's what you're into.
I thought you like cherries.
I do. I mean, I'm gonna go over to Clyde.
Okay. You can.
Is he?
He's
is he
still curled up
on
in a
the ground?
ball, kind of asleep.
I'm gonna poke his cheek.
Hey, good
Hey.
morning.
You rolled away from me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not used to having this much space. Normally, we're like, if I roll too much, I know I'm an active sleeper. If I roll too much, I normally fall off the bed, and that wakes me up.
I will flop
Oh.
onto Clyde. This is what you get.
Oh, yep.
You get squishy time.
ribs.
Oh, with that scream, Snow sets up immediately. Oh, huh.
Hey, good morning, Snow. Fancy seeing you here.
Can I
Fancy.
perception to see if I
Fancy.
see where they are?
Yep, roll a perception check, because they were startled.
23.
You saw that they seemed to both have been fallen asleep on a upper balcony up in the trees.
Ooh, Snow and Wilson sleeping in a tree.
Actually, that is what we were doing.
No.
D.
Kissing didn't.
MISSPPPI.
I don't know if they're making fun of us now or if
I'm doing it while I'm doing like exercises though.
that doesn't All right, that doesn't spell.
We go into a forward plank, and then we can go into
the
down
plank.
dog,
Yep.
and then we go into cobra.
What's a cobra?
And he's taking you through all of these aerobic stretching
I will
exercises.
take this chance to show everyone my new ability, and I use spider walk,
Sure.
Climb.
Yep.
spider climb to walk up the tree side.
Hey.
Sana,
The
you can't.
Exorcist.
What?
Oh my
no.
God.
Oh God,
I
what is this?
Am Spider-Man.
She like
Spider-Man.
Dracula like
No, she
No.
kind of
Living
just
up the wall.
yeah, she just
You know,
Walked up.
walked up.
Snow kind of just
basically.
like mumbles to Wilson. You know, Crystal does the same thing.
Yeah, she's kind
I guess we'll just let her have this, though.
No, yep, Joel. She
Good
didn't.
job,
Good
Zana.
job, Zana.
Yay.
You're unique and loved and special.
Which one of those was the
Can
truth?
I sense mode of
I
that?
don't know if it was any of them.
I'm rolling for each one. Oh my gosh, she rolled hilariously high on each one.
It's only 16.
Okay. You believe that you are unique and loved. You're kind of wary on whether the special was an insult or not.
Thanks, Wilson. You are totally lovable by everyone around and greatly appreciated.
Thanks, Zana. I really needed that compliment. It really brightens my morning.
Wilson, why are you talking in your copper voice?
But what? I'm not. This is just my voice.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
My actual voice doesn't differ that much from copper voice. I just get a little bit more you know.
Copper?
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, August, is that you? Oh, hey, bud.
How's it going?
How's it going? It's been so long. Wish we could go back to that sometime soon.
Yeah.
Guys, I just
Oh,
want you
so
to,
good.
I just have this image of us, like the characters are up really high and they're just shouting, Copper, Argus.
Yeah, exactly.
Distance. All the leshies are like,
Before I forget, I want to do one thing.
Oh
Yep.
God.
I'll walk down from the tree
Yep.
and go to the closest leshy I see.
Yep.
Is it a flower leshy?
you gonna punt it?
Oh my
No.
God, don't.
It is a twiggy leshy.
I will look for a flower leshy
Okay.
and approach it.
Takes you a minute.
Okay.
You find
I-
one.
Are you
I
going to-
wave at it. Hello. Does it raise its arms?
Yeah, it does.
I go out and pick it up.
Roll handle animal.
2.
Was that a crit fail?
No, it's 2.
Okay.
Seeing as the forest is near the ocean, are there any seaweed leshies?
I will put it down. I put it down.
And it immediately stops screaming.
Can I try to pick it up again and roll handle animal again?
Sure.
17. Diplomacy with my shush.
That is its rape whistle.
And a bunch of leshies are kind of gathered around the walkway where you are attempting to pick up this flower leshy, and they they have what look like little spears and pitchforks, and they're pointing them at you.
Donna, put it down.
And
I will
and
put it down.
okay, you put it down.
Donna, you cannot just pick up other people's children.
I run back to Clyde.
Okay, yeah.
Give me
No,
a
I think
pastry
you're gonna have
quick.
to like do some damage control.
Sure. Here's the strawberry tart.
Use strawberry tart. I run back to the
I
thing
use
that's crying.
strawberry tart.
I break off a piece and hand it to it.
Bribery.
As you are running over with a strawberry tart and you bend over to give it to them, Den comes out and smacks it out of your hand. Do not feed the wildlife. This is not
it-
part of their staple diet.
It's on the ground.
And all of them start to rush towards it as they see sugar. And Den literally has to pounce on the ground. No, stay away. These succulent glucose is not good for your digestive system.
While he's doing that, I want to try and give it to another flower leshy. Not necessarily the same one.
Wait. If it's made from jelly and jelly is made from fruit,
It's
just
not
made from
No, it's not.
which grows
Um,
on plants.
There's a lot of artificial sugar in here.
Okay.
I try to hand it to another flower leshy.
Okay.
Does it
As
take
you
it?
bend over and you attempt to do so,
Den is already being swamped with other leshies.
Is it being grappled?
he is currently swamped by a bunch of leshies,
Is
but
it a swarm?
Den manages to kick his shoe off in your direction and knock it away.
Den, I swear, I just want to smell one of the flowers.
That's fine. You can just, but I will allow you. Just do not mess up their dietary system.
Wilson, are you sure you don't have popcorn? because this is great.
Oh,
I
this
just-
would be a great movie. I could
Oh.
watch this all day.
Fine, give me some trail
want to
mix.
do
Oh, here you go. There we go. I knew the trail mix would get him
one
eventually.
thing in life, and I want to smell one of those flower leshies. I want to do it.
You
It's
can
the
do
only
that
thing
without
you
picking
want.
it up. Just get on the ground and
Like I'm
sniff
going to
it.
get on. It's like a... Okay, fine,
So
fine,
Dan kind of
fine.
like brushes himself off after having like recovered and managed to properly dispose of the pastry.
In his stomach.
It was the only way.
Oh, poor Den. You know, he's probably not had anything like that for a while.
He's allergic to it.
Oh, no.
He's just dying.
Oh, do you want to smell a flower leshy?
I do.
Okay. And he whistles a very high pitched tone, and all of like a bunch of the leshies turn to attention. And he points to one, and one kind of like pops its head out and waddles over to him, and he picks it up and puts it in his hand. He's like, hey, don't touch.
So
You
just
didn't say you wanted to suffocate or touch one inappropriately. All I need from you to do is use your little nostrils there as you wanted to. You can take a scent.
Snow
a
just
small
says to
whiff.
Wilson, she's just like, I hope it smells like skunk weed. Please let it be
I
skunk
will-
weed.
And he
Lean over.
He holds one up.
And get my face real close to it.
Mhm.
Take a good whiff.
Mhm.
What does it smell like?
Does it feel
You
violated?
get a lot of pollen. It is a flower leshy, and it is made of roses. It smells like roses.
Oh, I stopped and smelled the roses.
All righty, everybody. Oh, wonderful workout later. You are completely exhausted
Yeah,
and
I'm dead.
fatigued.
Do I get like negatives now?
Yeah,
just
you
because,
have
like,
the
I
fatigue.
can't
Yes,
move?
exactly.
Okay.
You actually have the fatigued condition on you right now.
Perfect.
And he gives you a pat on the back.
I like.
Roll.
Yep, I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Yep.
12.
Yeah, you fall face forward as your muscles are tight and exhausted. But as you get up, you notice you are no longer tired or fatigued, interestingly enough. While your muscles were really sore and you were kind of tired and downtrodden, you feel
I
re-energized.
think I hit my head really hard, Galahad.
Oh, no, absolutely. I'm sorry for knocking you over. I was a little bit more forceful than I thought. But, I have the ability to remove the fatigued condition on compatriots.
Oh, thank you.
You have to use it on myself sometimes after I go a little bit on too much of a strenuous workout in the morning routine.
Was that not your strenuous workout?
Oh, no, that was the lighthearted one. I just felt like a little quick pick-me-up would be rather nice. Also, I didn't want to go to make it too difficult for such a newcomer as yourself. Yeah, it looked like you didn't have a very stable morning routine set in place yet.
I do now.
Oh, wonderful. You can join me every morning.
Thanks for not going hard on her, Callahan.
Callahan.
Callahan, she wouldn't be able to handle it.
I can handle it.
You would be able to handle his hard mode.
Snow, should we gather the guilds?
Yeah.
Terrible.
Try Drock.
Try a little louder.
Dork
Little louder.
Dork Guild, assemble.
Wait, Dark Guild?
Nope, it's Dork.
Dork Guild?
Fine.
Okay.
Odd Family.
Fam squad.
Fam Squad. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, Zana.
Yeah, I thought we
Arc?
thought
What
we
did we
agreed
go-
on Arc
Did we
last
go with
time. I think
Arc?
we went with Arc.
Okay. Arc Squad, assemble.
Roll out.
I'll whisper to Clyde.
Everyone kind of like
Oh,
makes their way over to the base of the balcony which you're standing on and looks up to you.
to?
Can I, like, look at
think
my
this
arms?
is our time. I mean, we slept in pretty good.
Ugwin,
Whatever.
do you notice a difference? I have muscles now? No?
No.
All right, guys, we're going to be heading out back to the caves where all the demons are.
Good job, Snow.
Woohoo! Yep.
Good
Yeah.
confidence.
Yep. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
We're ready.
Yeah.
Okay, let me check my
It is time
Okay.
for evil to be vanquished and swept away from this land. The poor people are in its clutches, and we must give it divine retribution.
Yep.
What he
That
said?
thing. Yes.
Onward, my compatriots.
Woo.
Wilson, what we can do about your horse? Lack thereof.
I can. Nothing. Nothing.
Are you okay, RA?
Everything's fine.
She's probably gonna say she could
Oh,
summon
No,
yours.
Wait.
no.
Wilson, I haven't seen you without your majestic and noble steed. Well, yeah. Normally I keep Angus with me everywhere. Doesn't that hinder you in combat at any? Yeah, a lot actually. Would you like to borrow Magnus? But I like Angus. Well, I understand you have your attachments, but I'm sure it would be of a great benefit to everyone that if you aren't able to have Angus, it wouldn't hinder me at all.
I can summon you a horse. It'll only last for a few hours, though.
But I mean, doesn't that use your spells and everything? Don't worry. Listen. All right.
No, I got it. No, I summoned the horse.
For horses lasting more than 4
for him.
hours. Please
I summoned the
call
horse
your
for
doctor.
him.
Okay. Wonderful.
For him specifically.
Oh, well, thanks. Sorry.
You can decide what it looks like, too.
Great. And it looks basically almost identical to Angus.
Perfect.
Oh, it's almost like he's here.
Except not.
Except he's not.
Wow.
Well, thanks. Sorry. I'm sure this will make travel a lot easier. But I don't think this is probably like the proper solution for once we're in combat and everything. So
Angus
I
is
might
pretty tough, too.
I might have to take Galahad's offer for that and just borrow Magnus whenever we're in combat. But this will be great for our journey back to the caves.
Yeah, traveling.
All right.
How long until we get there, you think?
If we go straight there, it should only take us about like 3/4 of a day, so we could be there by nightfall. We probably would want to set up camp before going in there, though.
Yeah,
That's
and maybe
a
we
smart
can.
idea.
Maybe do we have a way to contact anyone up top, surface side, to see if maybe they got some of the stuff we asked for done? You know, like your wands.
Oh my god, I totally forgot about. Oh, yes,
the wands and maybe some of the potions that we really could use.
I mean, while you guys are setting up camp, I could spider climb up.
I
the
have message.
thing.
RA could just fly up there.
RA
Yeah,
could
can't
fly up
either
there.
of them just fly?
Well,
I can fly up there.
Nugget can fly.
He
Nugget
floats.
Ugin
can
told us like that
fly.
Nugget can fly.
You have a flying dinosaur? What a wild existence I live in now. Oh, me as a young lad would have loved to have seen a flying dinosaur.
In your
Did you not
Happy
see
Meal.
him?
Well, I've seen him float. I didn't know he could fly. He doesn't even have wings. How does it work? That doesn't seem aerodynamic at all.
Nugget up.
And he just literally just kind of like floats and then just, it's almost like he's swimming and like using his tail to propel himself, but he just kind
So
of
ineffective.
like his tiny arms.
No. So like the way, like, have you ever seen an iguana swim?
Yep.
No.
They use their tail and they kind of like move their tail
Like
in order
like
to propel
a
them.
rudder.
Yeah, kind of. And it just kind of like pushes them as they swim, and he kind of just like swims around in the air.
That is pretty cool.
Cool.
Oh my gosh, 5-year-old me would have loved to see that.
I think
28-year-old loves it now.
I think 28-year-old me loves it too.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna rock and roll out.
All right, everyone, I guess, Snow, you want to ride with me?
Sure.
All right, cool.
Can the horse handle me?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
yes.
Yeah.
It's got a good carrying capacity.
It's a horse.
Yes, I think so. We'll be fine. We'll make it work.
If it buckles,
we'll
I'm
make
off.
it work. Yeah, I understand.
I don't like falling off horses.
I understand you have traumatic memories. So with that, you all make your way back towards the caves to go face the demons on the mountain. As you make your way and the entire day goes by, you have idle chit-chat here and there. Is there anything anyone particularly wanted to ask or talk about during the travels?
So Uwin, where are you from?
If you say the sky, I will pull out.
The heavens.
You know,
pretty much.
Huey striked me as like someone from like Vermont or Connecticut.
Vermont? Yeah, but like
Seems
they
like
said
a South
they didn't
Dakota
know.
kind of guy.
They
to me.
still like they said they didn't know like where where were you from again? I'm sorry. Kentucky? No, not you, Clyde. I'm sorry.
Who are you pointing to?
I point to Galahad. Where did you say you were from again? It was like
You said something about him living in a turkey.
well, no, I thought you guys are you like where are
Do
you
I
guys
live
from?
in a turkey?
Are you from Yemen?
Where the quack do you live, IRL?
Yeah.
No, my name is R.A.
No, outside of this game, where you guys live?
Inside here. I don't have a house.
She's homeless. Wait, if you're
I roam.
I mean that makes
I
sense. That's why
roam.
they wouldn't want to tell us where they're from because if people find out,
Oh, guys.
I have more gold than both of you.
Do you understand
I
what's
doubt
going on
that.
here? Come on.
So you guys spend the majority of your day. Interestingly enough, you don't run into any hazards or any interesting encounters. It's but mostly a straight shot as you were kind of rushing to regather yourselves outside of the cave under the mountain where the demons dwell. But before you get there, you actually run across a crate.
a crate.
A crate in the woods.
Perception.
I walk up to it and open it.
How do you open
No.
it? It's nailed shut.
It's fine. I cast Burning Hands on it.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Could be if you have ruined the opportunity for me to get loot, I'm going to end you.
Oh.
Anyone want a perception check first? Or do you just is this just straight up the first thing you do?
Yeah, that's the first thing I do.
Perception 21.
26.
I realize that it's nailed shut, so I cast Burning Hands.
Oh.
23.
All right.
Clyde, no.
Um,
Don't you have a crowbar?
So Ugin walks up, tries to open it, and then immediately casts Burning Hands.
Huh.
The entire crate is set on fire, and most of the contents, which were indeed flammable, also catch on fire.
Oh my gosh.
Snow, you vaguely see out of the corner of the eye as a note.
Wait. So describe to me what happens.
Right. So the crate and the contents, as you spew a scorching arc of flame at it, are lit ablaze, and Snow, you see out of the corner of the eye, there was a note on top of the crate which said, "Here are the supplies."
Excuse me?
I'm going to kill you.
How does she see the note?
It's burning. It flies up in the air and burns.
Flies past. Supplies.
You just see supplies.
No! Stop, Gwen! Turn it off! Turn it off!
I cast Create Water
Okay.
on it.
In time.
I hate
How big
you.
is this crate?
It is a rather large, like
Oh, no.
3x3 crate,
Oh, no, Ugwin.
3x3.
Foot.
Okay.
cube, crate.
This is what happens when we ask Ugwin to do things.
Ugwin, you can't just set
You're
things on...
worse than Zana.
You can't... What? Oh,
That's pretty hard to do,
what?
honey.
you can't just set things on fire, Ugwin, just because they don't work. Nugget could have hit it with his tail, at least.
It
Nugget doesn't
said
hit things with his
supplies
tail.
on it.
Why didn't you read it, Ugwin?
Are you illiterate?
This is what men do. Always men. They don't read things. They don't listen to instructions. And they just
Yes.
leave you for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
How's-
And I'll put my hand up for a high five.
How are the game
I
mechanics
look
going
at
over
them
there, Quentin?
pityingly.
So with your supplies mostly intact,
Easy.
enough to get a crate
Yeah,
open.
uh-huh.
Yeah, so it worked. With your supplies mostly intact, you guys pitch camp and rest here for the night before going back and embarking on your primary quest to defeat the demons under the mountain.
You're supposed to be smart.
With that, we're going to end off Sword Art Online Odd Season 2, Episode 21. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
Yay. Thank you. And also, guys, remember, if you enjoyed this podcast, please like, subscribe, share, and review us on whatever podcasting app that you are using.
I love to read your reviews. It makes me happy.
Yes, it makes the Zana happy,
What makes all of us happy? We all love
but specifically the Zana.
Specifically the Zana.
That's her fetish.
But yeah, absolutely. No,
She
like
loves
review us on
reading.
iTunes. Make sure you subscribe and follow us wherever you get your podcasting content. And be sure to follow us on social media or join us on our Discord. We are somewhat active, not too much on Twitter and Instagram. But we are definitely active every single day on our Discord, and that's where we get to hang out with all of our fans, such as Destiny Ninja and Dennis Rickdahl. So they are huge supporters of the fans, and we thank them. And you guys can join those select few.
And that one guy from IHOP.
Oh, yeah. That one guy from IHOP. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, one guy from IHOP.
Great.
We
Do
might
you
be
not
going there
remember
this
his
evening,
name?
and we might see you again.
Yay.
Yay, IHOP waiter.
And also the last thing, I know you mentioned the social media, so let me just clarify. If you're looking for us on social media, you can always search at RollFound because that is what we are at. And you can also go to our website at missingroleplayerfound.com, and that is where we are. And we have a nice, beautiful website that you can go and explore.
And
All
that's
right.
where you find the Discord link.
Yeah.
One of
Or
many
actually, in
places.
the description of this episode, you can
As
also get
well.
that
Yeah,
too.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And again, everybody, thank you so much for your support. Just you guys listening and just knowing that we have fans out there is really huge. But if you wanted a little bit of extra interaction with us, such as Den, if you recognized him, Den is a character created by a fan of ours, Dennis Krickdahl. And it was a huge support from him that allowed us to do this. So if you wanted to, go ahead, check out our Patreon. There's a bunch of free goodies that, well, not free. There are a bunch of goodies that you can get on there, such as getting your own character created in the game. So you can find that at our Patreon, which is bit.ly/missing roleplayer found.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.